Sapling YouTube, YG in the building. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about, did Arsenal fans take it too far with Lokonga? Now, he's been getting a lot of criticism on social media by Arsenal fans, and going by his performance against Man City when he came on, it wasn't good enough. Vieira, the same. Not written. Although Vieira's stats look more appealing than, say, Lokonga's, Vieira still wasn't up to standard. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. Might get onto some other things, I don't know. But I would say, yeah, I think we were a bit too harsh on Lokonga. End of the day, what we have to understand is him and Vieira, they're rarely playing games, right? They're rarely playing games, and they were thrown into a big game with a big magnitude, like Man City the other night. You can't always expect somebody to just be like, bam. You know what I mean? We can't. But at the same time, it's no excuse for looking like you have no footballing IQ at all. You know what I mean? Now, I remember Arsenal fans won Eddie Nketiah's case, saying he wasn't good enough. I didn't think that he'd be up to standards either. But look how he's turned around. We can only hope that at some point, Lokonga and Vieira make that impact where they break themselves through. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they need to work hard for the place. And it seems like Lokonga might not be doing what it takes to make sure that he's the one that's going to be picked, at least for certain games in the league. Like the last game that he played in the league, from what I can remember, was at Old Trafford. And that was because Partey was injured. You know what I mean? So I'd say, yeah, Arsenal fans are a bit harsh, but you know, it's you get some players that get thrown into a game and they make an impact straight away, and then you get players like Lokonga and whatever that get thrown into some games and they don't make impact. You know what I mean? Now, do I think Lokonga's good enough at this current stage? No. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I don't think he's good enough, but could he become good enough? Yes, if he works hard. If he works hard in training and everything like that. The performance I saw the other night against Man City didn't look like somebody that trains hard. Didn't look like somebody that was really that bothered. Martin Odegaard was going mental because Lokonga wasn't in position. Odegaard's used to having players in the correct position when we don't have the ball. Lokonga just didn't know what he was doing. Now, the goal that Man City scored, you could blame Lokonga, but then you could also blame Saka for trying to team up on, I can't remember what player had the ball, that then passed it to Nathan Ake for him to then score. But at the same time, Lokonga just didn't know what was going on. Just ball watching, just didn't know. You know what I mean? Whereas if Lokonga had closed that space down and closed Nathan Ake down, you know what I mean? They would have had to think more before striking. You know what I mean? So you look at it that way as well. But it wasn't solely Lokonga's fault for the goal, but you know, he did. You know, if he was in the correct position that he should have been in, they might not have scored. You know what I mean? But obviously, as I said, Saka then teamed up. But then again, in the league, oh well, not even in the league. If Thomas Partey was still on instead of Lokonga, Saka could afford to team up on the player that had the ball down the left-hand side, and Partey would have more likely have been in position to deal with the ball coming to Nathan Ake. So we look at it like that as well. But I'm just hoping that Lokonga responds in a manner of where this is how I'm showing that I'm good enough. Because Eddie Nketiah did it. He did it. You know what I mean? Look at him now. Look at Nketiah so far. You know what I mean? He's thought to himself, look, I want my time. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna train hard for it, and I'll look at the result. So I'm only hoping that Vieira and Lokonga end up being the same. Maybe one of them or both of them might go out on loan. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Brighton midfielder Caicedo. I don't know what's going on with that yet. I mean, they're wanting so much money for the player, which player that's only been in the Premier League for like what, a season and a bit, maybe nearly 2 seasons, and they're wanting that price because I know Arsenal have got it. You know what I mean? Are we going to get it done? I don't know. I mean, I personally don't think we're going to get him. To be fair, do I think? Let me just not contradict myself. Do I think Arsenal are going to push to get the Caicedo deal done? No. I personally don't think so. You know what I mean? Arsenal might be still interested, like, we're seeing online, but personally, I don't think we're getting him. I just don't. All that twerking as well for Arsenal, pretty much. He's just a Mudryk 2.0, in my opinion. That's all he is. He'll and we think that, we will think that he's really going to be moving to Arsenal, at Chelsea or someone. He might even end up at Man U because now they've got an injury to Christian Eriksen. They've got an injury to Eriksen, which is not looking good. He's got crutches. They might even snatch up Caicedo, for all we know. You know what I mean? They might snatch him up. I don't see why not. Man U have got the money. At the end of the day, if they throw the money up, he's going. It's as simple as that. So all this pissing around that Arsenal are doing, if we want him, we need to get it done now, or just move on to somebody else and try and get that done. But if we just keep pissing around like we did with Mudryk, then it ain't happening. And should Chelsea be the ones that will snatch up Caicedo, because obviously they're already in the injury crisis, then they'll just be reacting like this. You know what I mean? Can't be having that. Because you'll find out if you start fucking around.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
And we found out when we were pissing about with Mudryk. You see, when we were first linked with Mudryk, right, nobody knew who he was. Yeah, I'm sure majority of Arsenal fans had this kind of reaction.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
I mean, nobody knew who he was. But then they started saying he was a Brazilian Neymar. And then the Arsenal fan base started sucking him off. And then he ended up going Chelsea. After all that twerking he was doing for Arsenal on Instagram and everything like that, he ended up going Chelsea because Chelsea are that sort of club, right? If Chelsea Football Club was a man, right, he would persistently chase women that blatantly fancy his ops. The type of football club Chelsea are. You know what I mean? But anyways, what's done is done with that. It's just that is history going to repeat itself? Are we going to just be like, oh yeah, we're just going to just keep flirting with the idea of getting this player and not getting him? Still have to see. But as for going back to the topic of the video, we went too harsh on Lokonga. There was tweets out there saying Lokonga's not good enough, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, the guy's only human. Don't want to hold that against him forever. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not like we were about to win the league and then he's gone a stupid own goal or something that cost us the league or something. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping the impact, hopefully down the line, if we're still in this position, come May time, late May, because the football season ends about late May or something like that. Hopefully he will score the screamer that seals the title. How he would redeem himself if he did something like that, or the Europa League if we're still competing for it. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that something like that happens, that he is a reason why, you know, it happened ultimately. He needed the goal needed, or the tackle needed. He made it. You know what I mean? Then he goes from villain to hero. That's that shit I want to see. You know what I mean? But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe, follow all the socials, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I can't say what the next video might be because I might do another video like this. Or if not, then it will be the match preview of the Everton game at Goodison Park next weekend. So stay tuned regardless. Share the channel around this channel. You know what I mean? So I can give you all this content, you know, maybe even daily. You know what I mean? We'll see how we get on. But yeah, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.